Hello, I'm Ben of Board Game Schoolhouse, and this is Gondor Calls for Aid, where you can come to learn how to play the Lord of the Rings board games better. I hope. Today we're talking about everyone's most beloved cooker of second breakfast.
Potatoes!
Journeys in Middle-earth's Samwise Wait, what? What do you mean they made a hobbit chef and it isn't Sam?
I'm beside myself. I'm at a positive loss for words.
So in a huge missed opportunity, today we're going to be talking about Calaminth Took. Calaminth has a standard stat distribution with her 4 in agility and 3s in might and wit. Being a hobbit, she has a measly damage cap of 3 but a towering 7 for her fear, and she has an inspiration limit of 6. Her unique ability rewards her or a nearby hero with an inspiration anytime she prepares a food, valor, or aid skill card. Whatever build you end up using, this Took is a strong support-focused hero who will frequently get her party out of a jam. But that's enough introduction. After all,
Gondor Calls for Aid!
And Board Game Schoolhouse
Will answer.
Calaminth's suggested build is Provisioner, which synergizes extremely well with her unique ability. You're going to want to keep her nearby other heroes to keep them well inspired and well nourished. For your skill deck, your priority should be Feasting, Pleasant Company, Hope Renewed, Herbs, Respite, and Gathering. The suggested weapon is Mace, which is silly and should be ignored. You should take either the sling, knife, or a hatchet, with the hatchet being my personal preference. Upgrade it to Wanderer's Hatchet, and then Throat Seeker. For armor, it's Cloak to Fangorn Cloak, then Slipthorn, and finally Storm Shroud to further round out your ranged attack. The well-traveled build is all about packing your skill deck with as many aid and valor cards as possible. As a side note, if you can play this in a party where someone else is going trickster, you're going to have a hilarious time when they play quite a spectacle with some of the most efficient action economy possible in the game. Start the game in Soldier, where you're going to grab 2 copies of On Your Orders, then multi-class into Guide. Grab All Together and Ancient Trails, then multi-class once more, this time into Traveler, where you want to get Wanderlust and Nothing to Fear. I like the sling for this build, upgraded to Leather Sling, Giant's Bane, and then Shooting Star. That being said, you could also go Knife or Hatchet if you wanted. For armor, it should be Ring Mail to Twice Wrought Mail, and then Second Skin for the nice agility boost. The Tricksy Hobbit build is probably the most fun and best build for Calaminth Totally Not Sam Took. Start the game in Guide in order to get All Together, then multi-class into Trickster for the rest of the campaign, where your skill priority is Quite a Spectacle, Eye for Opportunity, Gallows Humor, Cutting Remark, and Trick Up Your Sleeve. Now you've got a bunch of aid cards as well as Quite a Spectacle, which is the best card in the game and should be prepared and used whenever possible. For your weapon and armor, I like the exact same build as well-traveled Calaminth. The armor boost to your agility is fantastic, and having a strong ranged attack with stun and sunder is always a good thing. If you don't want to go with the sling, however, I'd recommend taking the hatchet and building it all the way out to Hunger for the sunder and lethal combo. Remember that Calaminth Took is not Samwise Gamgee as much as we wish she was, and try to not hold that against her. Alternatively, get a third-party miniature of Sam and be sure to shout potatoes every time you prepare a food skill. And that's how you play Calaminth Took better. If you have an alternative build that you like, I'd love to read about it in the comments, and if you want easy access to these and other builds, there's a link for you in the description. If you like the video, please prove it and subscribe if you're into that sort of thing. I'm Ben of Board Game Schoolhouse, and this has been Gondor Calls for Aid, Calaminth Took. Remember, the shadow deepens, though hope yet endures.